Namaskar, welcome to the Cloud Factory. My name is Sandy and today I'm going to teach you how to make this beautiful double color piping. It's like a caramel design, as you can see here. It matches with almost every style of garments and it's so easy to make. You want to know how? Then stay with me and let me show you how. If you like my tutorials, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and also click on the bell button because if you don't click on it, you will not get any notification when I upload a new video and you don't want to miss it. I am going to make this piping in two colors, but using the same technique, you can add as many colors as you want. That is up to you. I have here two scraps of fabric in the colors I want and I am going to overlap them matching the right sides of the fabric, and I am going to give vertical lines of stitches like this, and I will give a separation of ½ inch in between these lines of stitches. Once you practice how to make this, then you can decide how much separation you want for this step. It can be as much as you want depending on the effect you want to give to the piping and the separation also of the colors. I am going to trim the excess of fabric here and also here, and now I am going to cut here so near of my stitches line. Just be so careful to don't cut the stitches. Keep it as near as you can. And be careful if you are using any kind of fabric that tends to lose threads, like mine is satin and is a complete thread mess here. So be careful with that, or you can also use cotton, which will not give you that problem. Once you cut the pieces like this, you can see here, you can open it and you will have like this kind of straps of two colors. Now open it and press it flat. Press it so well so it will keep open. And do the same with all your pieces. Now we are going to construct a bigger piece by attaching them together, alternating colors like this. I am obviously matching a purple with a pink side in this way. So you only need to overlap them together, matching the right sides of the fabric, and I'm going to stitch them, giving only 2 millimeters of seam allowance. If you are working with a difficult fabric like this, for example, that is satin, maybe you want to use an overcasting stitch instead of this. But in case you use an overcasting stitch in this step, set the width of your stitch in not more than 3 millimeters. I am just attaching one strap after another, making my piece every time bigger. As you can see, just stitch so carefully because remember we are stitching only 2 millimeters away from the border. If you cut the straps of fabric at the beginning wider than this, I mean, if you give more space in between stitches in the first step I show you, bigger than ½ inch, then you can use here bigger seam allowance also. I prefer to do it in this way because like that I don't have like too much fabric in the back part. of my piece, in the wrong side of my piece. But you can decide that. Once you practice how to do this, then it will be easier for you to decide all the options you have to work with this. Once you finish, press it well. Be sure that the seams are completely open, like you don't have any fold in between seams, like this. And then remove the excess here to make this side completely straight. And I am going to fold it in angle by, like in this way, because what I want is to cut a perfect square. So if you fold the piece like this and just remove the excess here in the other side, there you will have a square. Now I am going to cut this piece by the middle in angle, like this, into triangles. And then I'm going to use my scale to cut strips like in this way. As you notice, I am cutting these strips on bias because we want to make bias strip to build our piping in case you want to use it in curved seams. So cut as many bias strips as you need or as you can with the amount of fabric you have. And then we are going to construct a larger piece by attaching in these sides, like this, matching the colors. We are going to stitch there. So if you are going to stitch this part with only one color, just put them together facing right sides of the fabric. Like this, you are going to get like an L shape, as you can see here. Then stitch there. And if you have this, also only match the colors in this way, making that L shape. Right side with right side, stitch, and there you have it, like this. In the same way, you need to make a larger strip of fabric. And once you finish attaching all your pieces, we are going to fold it by the middle in this way, and we are going to give a stitch there, all along my bias strip. I am stitching approximately in the middle line. And the only thing you have to be careful to get perfect is obviously the top folded side of the piping. Now here I am using this presser foot, which is kind of imitation of the overlock machine, to finish my bias strip in the other side, which is not folded. This presser foot, what it makes is exactly the same, like not exactly the same, but the overlock effect. Give an overcasting stitch and at the same time cut the excess of fabric on the edge, and I will have this. Now you finish your piping and you only need to attach it to your garment in the same way we usually do. I am attaching it in this way with the folded side down, as you can see, in the right side of my garment. This is a neckline. For this, if your neckline is curved, use 3.5 millimeters length for your stitch and keep it straight so your piping will be perfect. Now fold it to the other side and give a stitch on the edge of your main fabric, not the piping, like this, to give a better finishing. If you want to know how to make this and everything about piping and binding, I am giving you the links of my previous videos on these topics in the description box below this video. Be sure to check it, because there I will leave you those two videos to complement this one so you can make perfect binding and piping. And that's it, your piping is ready. I hope you like this tutorial. If it's like that, don't forget to give me a thumbs up and share this video with your friends. Using this same technique, you can actually make any kind of similar finishing for your garments. You can use it as bias binding, you can even make dori with the same technique, or you can also make corded piping. If you want to know more about these techniques, don't remember to check the description box below this video to find more information. Happy stitches for everyone, and I will see you the next time.